Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards, coming to you from the art world. I'm sharing some items today that I have got in my possession because I'm part of the art world now. I'm an art connoisseur, so I'm a fine purveyor, that's it, of fine art. And I'm not going to show any of that fine art today, though. Just going to show you this so artist that I know. But before I talk about him, I thought I'd share this piece that I got this a few years ago from JT Triple Crown 24. And you see, he made Don's Field of Dreams cards. If you build it, they will come. Nice, cool card of, even though Clemente obviously had a 1956 card, but this would have been pretty sweet too. So a few years ago, I got that from JT. And then recently in the mail, I got something from Theo, and I got to see him presented with the original of this at a Pirate game this year with 7 or 8 of us, and got to see this being painted, not in person, but Scott would share with me the progress of it, and Theo even asked my opinion on a couple of the choices, and of course he listened to me like he should and picked the one that I said I thought was nicer. And so I was thrilled when this came in the mail. I was not expecting it. And I was, when he did the giveaway, I was like, I know I made a video or a comment. My name wasn't even on there. I was like, well, whatever. And when this showed up, I believe he sent one of these to the Club 21 group, which is a bunch of us that are Clemente fans. John Mangini, Lou Rock, Theo, myself, and Mark Rudog 21. So it's got the Theo logo on the back, Clemente 21. You can take a picture of that and watch I believe that's the painting being painted. And I didn't even notice it until Theo pointed this out to me after I thanked him for it, that he gave me copy number 6 for Stan Musial. So really a great piece. And thanks again, Theo, to get it. Then I got some copies of stuff here that relate to art and what I like. So got Clemente throwing here. Reminds me a lot of the 1964 Top stand-up. You've got Josh and Satch, and they both played in Pittsburgh, even though Satch is wearing the Monarchs uniform and Josh has the Homestead Grays. Almost killed myself on the Homestead Bridge because they have all the minor league flags and pennants of these players during the year I was voting for Scott for the Hall of Fame. And I was scared as hell up there, to be honest. I'll never do that again. And then obviously it's in my name, so you guys know that I had to get the Field of Dreams cards. And they're both to 100. Not that that means anything, but they're cool. Unfortunately, Scott doesn't make these anymore, and understand why. With the cost of the royalties to these players' families, and then Etsy threatening to shut his store down, it just wasn't worth it for him to do it. So I like this one so much that I had to get the original. So like I said, I collect fine art from world-renowned painters. But this painter's just from Cleveland. He's not world-renowned. Akron, to be more precise. So Theo mentioned in his video when he was talking about this card, at least I think it was that video, how I get to jump the line all the time on commissions and I get all these paintings done. And that's not true. I've only got one painting from Scott that's a commission. The other ones were not made for me. He made them, and I purchased them just like anyone else could. And the one he did make for me, I got it a couple years ago. I told him who I wanted on it, and I did send a picture of the Rawlings card from the top of the box of him kneeling, that I liked that pose, and that I wanted Clemente on it, but I didn't say anything else. And Scott, Dean Gearhart, myself, and my son went to a Pirates game. This was a few years ago to watch Albert Pujols, and hit a home run to break. I think he passed A-Rod in that game on the home run list. And so after the game, Scott presented this to me. I had no idea he was even made something for me. And I really had no say in this. This is my two favorite players. And I actually have a third favorite player that I'm going to talk about tonight that I don't on videos a lot. But this is I don't know the real name of it, but it's the stacked wood, and they're individually painted pieces. And the only one I had seen before this was the one he made for George, Diamond Yard sports card, that great Satchel Paige. And I believe the Al Rosen that Scott made for himself was also this genre or material, whatever you want to call it. But the reason I wanted these two guys together, besides the fact they're my favorite players, is I cannot find a card, a photo, anything with the two of them together. And what's cool is Scott added a little something extra to this. If you look at this painting of Maz and look at the clock at the same time. So the clock from the 1960 World Series when Mazeroski hit the game-winning home run. So absolute, probably the favorite thing in my collection. So what I did was I purchased a few other things. I bought this card from Clemente, and this one's 1 of 50. And I kept this quiet for a long time because there was a third piece coming in. I'm going to show you 3 pieces, and it took a while for him to get around to them. But I bought the Roberto Clemente. So I have that's 2 originals I have now. And I had mentioned another player that I don't talk about a lot because it gets hard to collect 3 players. I'm already collecting 2, but I love Hank Aaron. He's right up there with Clemente and Musial for me, but I don't really talk about him a lot. I don't collect a lot of his stuff. And so I had to add this one to my collection. So now I have the original Hank and Roberto from this series. This is the series that he works on Thursdays, where he paints a player from each team, or not each team, but the team, a team. And before I purchased this, I made sure Matt didn't want it because, you know, he's such a big Hank Aaron fan, and if he wanted it, I was going to let him have it. And he passed on it and told me to go for it. So unfortunately, I didn't get the card to go with this. And I think Scott was still making cards for these, but I'm not 100% sure. But so I added the Hank. And today, there's something in the mail there. Okay, good. That's your P.O. box, Scott. So I'm not worried about giving your address away. So this one here, I knew he was going to make this player. When I bought the Roberto Clemente, I paid him up front for this, sight unseen. And I said, Scott, you know, I'm excited to let you paint this, and I'm going to supply the photo for you to paint it. And just like he did for the Mike Clemente Musial, he said, you will absolutely have no say in this, and you will like it. And whatever I send you, you're going to get it. Just give me the money. At least that's how I remember it. So I bought this on faith, but I have seen the video. Oh, a pack of baseball cards. Oh, he threw that in. And he throws one of these in every package. See, Scott, I didn't have that. I don't know why he keeps sending me these. Like, I'm not gonna know who he is. And I think I've thrown some away. I just think he feels I need to have as many of these as possible. I do. It is winter though, so I will need to start the fire soon. But here we go. So this is the first time seeing this live. And this completes my trio. Oh yeah. Look at that. Of course I bought the stand. And I know for a fact he wasn't making cards for these, so I don't know if I can hold all these without messing them up, but I am going to get them framed somehow, so try doing this. Okay, this is not working. Maybe I'll put them on the stand at the end of the video, but 3 great pieces from that series, all from my buddy. Again, I make way too many videos talking about him, but these look like they're maybe 4x6, something like that, on some kind of board. Again, since I'm such an art connoisseur, I use technical terms now, but you know, just having these unique pieces in my collection. You know, now I have 2 Clementes and 2 Museos painted by Scott. And then I've got the Hank Aaron and the Moonlight Graham. So I'm keeping Scott in business, but it's worth it because love what you make, man. So as always, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll talk to you soon.